What's up, you sleepy little nerds? Where you guys at, huh? We miss you. All right, we're just going over our homework. All right, and then we'll do the lesson, and then we'll be out of here. All right, so you were right. It's first person plural, imperfect, active. Good. Now, how would it look if this verb changed to the future? How's the only way that you know what future ending it's going to go on is if you know the verb's what? If you know its infinitive, which tells you the conjugation. Good. And so its infinitive is comedura, which means it's what conjugation? Third. So this is third conjugation, so it takes ames et, ames et is ent. So how's it going to look here?
Comedamus.
There you go. Comedamus. And that's we will eat. Very good. We will eat. Duce bomini. How's this parsed right now? Second, plural, and right now it's, well, it is passive. What's the tense? What right now it's what? Bomini. This is imperfect right now, and it is passive. All right, but what conjugation does this verb come from? What's its infinitive?
Ducera.
Not ducera. That would look like this.
Wait, it's Duki. Right? D-U-C-I.
No. What's its infinitive?
Third.
It's third, so it's ducera.
Oh, right.
You got to be careful on your pronunciation. If you say ducera, if you give that second to last syllable, that vowel, a length to it, that means it's first or second. So you got to be careful because those don't take ames et, those take bobis bit. This one takes ames et because it is third. So it's going to look like this. Duce mini. All right? Ar, aris, eter, amer, amini, enter. That's its future. So how would this translate? Duce mini.
Y'all will be led.
Y'all will be led. Good. Y'all will be led. Excellent. All right, relinquitus. How's it parsed right now?
Second again.
It is second.
Sorry.
It's plural, but it has itis. So what tense is this? Just go through process of elimination. It doesn't have a ba, doesn't have imperfect verb say ba, and it doesn't have ames et to it or bobis bid. So the only thing left as an option is present. This is present. Now it's present because it comes from relinquora, and you know that weak wimpy e changes to an I for the third. So this is third conjugation. It's active. How would it need to look if this third conjugation verb all changed to future? There you go. Relinquatus.
Yeah.
Yep, you're good. Your spelling is right though.
Trying to write
No,
it
that's
down.
good. That's all good. That's good. That's good. Pronunciation's good. So here we go. How would that translate?
Y'all will abandon.
Y'all will abandon. Good. Or leave behind or whatever. Ostende bar. How does that parse right now?
First.
It is first. Very good. It's singular. It's bar. Good. So it's imperfect.
And passive.
And it's passive. Excellent. So how would it look if it all changed to future?
Ostendar.
There you go, ostendar. Ar, aris, eter from that list. Good, ostendar. All right. And how does that translate?
I will be shown.
I will be shown. Very good. Okie de bomber. Okie de bomber. How does that parse?
It's gonna be first.
It is first. It's plural. Imperfect. Passive. Excellent. So how's it going to look in the future?
Okedamer.
Good, because it comes from okidera, which is also third, so it takes amer. Good. Okidamer. And how does that translate?
We will be killed.
We will be killed. Good. All right, last one, fakiebat. Parses how?
Third.
It's third. Singular, bot. Imperfect, active. Good. All right, so now this verb looks like what in its infinitive? first two principal parts are actually pretty important for this one. So what's its first principal part? Fakio. So we got that io.
It's I-O.
There you go. It's third io. So fakio, fakara. Means it does the same thing as skio, skira, because it's got that io in the first principal part. So that's why there's an I before the ending. It's got to do the same thing here. So it's just going to be what? Fakiet. Good. And that translates how? He will do. Or make or whatever. Either one is fine. Good, y'all. Very good. All right. Out of 14, how do you guys think you did? All right, out of 14. Based on you didn't have to parse. So based on your formation and the translation. What do you think you guys got? 12.
Do you think I should count off any points for the I before the end?
No.
Half a point?
No, not right now. But just know that is why it's there. Is because anything that has the I in the first principal part, just know that. Yeah, 14. Okay. All right. Good, y'all. Okay, now go ahead and open up your notes really quick. All right. Just going to walk you guys through this next chunk of content. You guys are going to find this very easy. First period did as well. Because you've already done the memorization portion of what I'm about to teach you. All right. So the next chunk of your notes should be titled Interrogative Pronouns and Adjectives. Interrogative Pronouns and Adjectives. All right. Oops. All right. And they look exactly like, I'm going to show you the pronouns first. The interrogative pronouns, they look almost exactly like what? What do these look almost exactly like?
A relative?
Yeah, they look exactly like the relative pronouns. Because if I were to write this sentence down, the man whom I dislike, no, let's do a different one. Who is walking left. All right, so the main clause of this sentence is what? The man who is walking left.
The man left.
Yeah, the man left. That's literally it. What is this doing again in the relative clause, the way that we learned it last chapter?
It's describing the antecedent.
Yeah, it's describing the antecedent. All it's doing is giving more information about man. But if I were to erase all of the main clause, what does this turn into? Yeah, so that's why we take it from Latin. That's why in Latin and in English, our relative pronouns and interrogative pronouns sound exactly the same, or spelled exactly the same. The only thing that changes is that guy right there. And it's the same in your workbook and in all the stuff that I'll ever give you. If you see one of these guys in a sentence that ends in a question, you'll just know it's an interrogative pronoun. So you'll just have to, toy with the context and all that stuff, but it's as easy as that. All right, so the only ones that are different are where? Where are the only ones that are different? Besides the fact that the masculine and feminine are now combined, which it was harder in the relative pronouns. You had a singular column for the masculine, feminine, and neuter. Same with the plural. It was all different. But the masculine singular and the feminine singular are all the same now. Where are the only spots that are different? Yes, very good. The singular nominative is now quis. What else is different? Good. You got the quid singular for the neuter is now different, which means that the accusative has to be different as well because the neuter. It was quod with an O. Yep, very good. So now quid is the one that's most common. I just want you to know that because quid literally means what. So it's really, really common. Y'all actually dealt with that well in both the lingua latina practice we did and in the chapter readings that we've done. So that's really it. There's no difference there. You don't have to rememorize anything. You don't need to write all these down. Let's just practice them, okay? All right, so here are just some really simple sentences for you guys to just give a shot. You don't really even need to write these down unless you want to. The only thing I'd really write down is kind of the way I described it. It's like they look the same as relative pronouns. They only have two spots that are different. But give these a shot. Quis veniet. Quis veniet. Who That would be present. That'd be when it.
Okay.
That would be past, which I haven't taught you. Who will. Good. It comes from ames et. Because wenio is fourth conjugation. Good. So this is who will come. Who will come? And remember, quis is both the masculine and feminine singular nominative. So it could be a man or a woman. All right. What about this one? What's going on there? Very, very good. It took first period a while to figure that one out. This is not nominative, so you can't use who. Only the nominative can be translated who. Quem is what case? It's accusative. Very good. And in this case, it's masculine or feminine. And it's a question, so it's whom do you love? Does that make sense? Good. What about that one? What is this? Case-wise. Oh, they can't see it with the thing. It's cuius. Can y'all see it now? Good. Yeah, it's genitive. So how does the genitive always translate? Whose? Whose? Whose book? Yeah, it does look like free. Liberus would be free, like the adjective, but that's with a macron over the I as well. This is just liber, where we get library from. So whose book is it? Whose book is that? Whose book is this? Yeah, once again, could be masculine, could be feminine, whatever. Qui. What does qui always mean? What do y'all use to qui meaning? Who? Yeah, it means the same thing here. It's just plural now. Who will, from Dodara, who will give help to wos wobis? Remember that? Wos westri wobis wos wobis? To y'all. Yep. Who will give y'all help? Who will give you help? Very good. All right. So these ones right here, do you notice anything different about these? In the Latin, do you notice anything different? Are the Latin things any different at all? No. What about the English? Yes, every single one of them mean which. So this is an instance where relative pronouns, interrogative pronouns, they can actually be used as interrogative adjectives. Once again, if they are interrogative adjectives, what will the sentence end in, punctuation-wise? Yeah, it's going to end in a question mark, so you'll know. All right, so now let's practice these really quick. They're going to look exactly the same, all right? But look at how they are going with the rest of the sentence. They match in gender, number, case, a noun. Which blank, you see that? They just go with it, all right? So, qui ager est tuus. Which, y'all forgot it. Field, good. Which field is yours? Very good. That's exactly right. Just asking a question, kind of identifying a noun. It just goes with a noun. It will never stand by itself as its own pronoun. It'll go with another noun. Usually next to it, like this. Quam feminam amas. Which woman do you love? Very good. It's just describing woman with a question. Which woman? All right? Good. Which woman do you love?
Which of the?
No, you would say of which. But where's the subject noun? Because this is genitive, and so is that.
The word.
No. Subject noun is always at the ending of your verb.
You.
You, very good. Not will here. Audis is present. It would have to be audies for it to be future. What?
You hear.
It does mean hear. You hear. You hear what? The words of which master? Good. Very good. Which teacher's words, which master's words do you hear? Do you see that? Good. Which lands? Very good. Do the Romans capture? Excellent. Which lands do the Romans capture? Good. Well done. All right, so let's practice these a little bit more. We only got through like the first, 2 or 3, maybe 4 in my first period class, but We'll just do a few, and then we'll be done. We'll save these for the guys when they're here. Let's do it in Latin. Whose villa is old? What kind of word is that? Relative, interrogative pronoun, or interrogative adjective? It's an interrogative pronoun. Good. Whose, as a question. It's not a relative pronoun, especially if it ends in a question. What?
Curious.
There you go. Exactly right. Cuius. Cuius, whose. But where's the subject now?
Villa.
Villa. So villa has to be in the nominative. And this is one of your new vocab words. It's literally villa. All right. Is old. Est. And then you've had an in adjective for old, but you have a new one this chapter as well.
So it would be
Yes, very good. And let me actually take a pause really quick. Let me just go through the vocab on here really quick. So, Quizlet, chapter 15, drag her over, bing bong. All right, here we go. 1 out of 1, what does that mean?
just like go through it and then it'll reset when you finish.
Okay. Weird. How do I do that, man? How do I do it again?
Quick study all your terms.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. So this is the first noun. Argumentum, argumenti. It's neuter. What do you think it means?
Argument.
Yeah, 1000%. Let me show you the pictures just because I think they are helpful. Yeah, just proof, indication, argument, evidence. It's your argument. It's the thing of your argument. What in the world? All right, good. Soxum, soxy, neuter. Any guess?
I've seen them.
You have? Oh, you know them already. So it means rock or stone. And it's because, or not because, one of the ways that you can remember it is, have you all ever heard of the Saxon people, the Anglo-Saxons? Who are those people in history? They were the what?
They're the ones who started English.
They didn't start English, but they were in England before England ever existed. They were called the Saxons because they lived in stone huts. That's why they were called the Saxons. So that's a way to remember it. All right. Senectus, senectutis is feminine, and it looks a lot like a word you've had before. That's an adjective, senex, meaning old, but it's a noun, so this means old age. All right. Wheela, wheeli, feminine, really tough, since I just talked about it. It means villa or country house. Quis, quid, just like we talked about, means who or what. Very good. All right. Difficulus, difficula. Yeah, not too hard, even though that's what it means. Parvus, parva, parvum. Small. All right. Qui, qui, quod, as a interrogative pronoun, means...
Which?
Yeah, it's all the interrogative... all the relative pronouns with a question mark after it. Good. Rusticus, rustica, rusticum.
Rustic.
Yep, very good. Rustic or rural. Verus, vera, verum, where we get veracity from, verified. Means true. So, vetustus, vetusta, vetustum.
This is the oldest.
This is old. This means old. This is a first and second declension adjective. That means old. You guys have already learned senex, which means old. That's a third declension adjective. That means old. All right, but it means the same thing.
So would they generally like use the first declension adjectives with the first declension word?
No, that's a great question. I should have embodied that. Senex is literally just talking about an old person, physically old person. If you're describing something else that has experience or age, like that sort of like wisdom aspect, way to describe it is one of our derivatives from this word is veteran. That's a veteran, NFL player. It's and he's not necessarily like old. He's just experienced. That's what it means by old here. So a little subtle difference in translation there. Inquam, y'all are used to inquit, which means he says. Inquam means I say or I said. All right? Direct speech. Negligo, neglegera, neglexi, neglectum. Yeah, this is to neglect. What conjugation is that? Third, good. So what endings would it take in the future?
The ones we just
Yep, the ones you just learned. Ames et, ames et sent. What about this one? Sto, stara, steady, stata means to stand. All right? But what do you see conjugation-wise? It's first. So what endings would it take in the future? Bobis bit, bimus bit spunt. Very good. It would not take amezet because it's first conjugation. Sto star. All right, what about cur? This is an adverb. It's an interrogative adverb, and it means why. So why? Have you all ever done sign language? Why? Good. Etiam. This means even or also. Even or also. It's an adverb that means that. Fortassa means by chance or perhaps. All right, perhaps. Sicut means just as. So comparing two things. This just as that. All right, he's as strong as an ox. That kind of thing. Ubiqua, this is where we get the word ubiquitous. Do y'all know what ubiquitous means? It means it's everywhere. It's widespread. So ubiquity, that kind of stuff, it just means that they're all over the place, like McDonald's. All over the place. All right, umquam, this means ever. This thing was the greatest ever. That's that sense of that word. All right, and then here's a preposition, anta. Y'all are used to it with the ablative. When it takes the ablative, it means before. But with the accusative, it's talking locationally, like before something, in front of something. So that's what this translation means. It means I'm in front of. Eka, this is the last word. This just means, look, behold. You know, like just pointing something out, wanting you to pay attention to it. Like, yo, that kind of thing. It's like an interjection. All right, so let's keep going with our work here. Whose villas are old? What kind of pronoun is that? Is that relative or interrogative or an adjective?
Definitely interrogative.
It is definitely interrogative. Good. Good. If it's not which, then it's not adjective. So this is a interrogative pronoun. In what case is it?
Genitive.
Genitive. It's got to be genitive. Now it's plural, so what does it need to be?
How do I know if it's masculine?
Right here, as long as you give me genitive plural in either, I'm fine with it.
All right, then quorum.
Yeah, there you go. Quorum or quorum, depending on who the subject noun is that it's talking about. But what's the subject noun of this sentence? Just like this one.
The villa.
Yeah, villa. But instead of it being we la, it's got to be
We lie.
we lie in the plural. So that means that S needs to change as well. Sunt. Sorry, I never did this one. It would be what to match wila. What would it need to be? What to match wila? What to sta? Sorry, I kind of made us go back to that so your brain wasn't ready. But it's an adjective, so it's got to match its noun. So what about here? If it's we lie here, the we lie sunt. There you go. It's a first and second declension adjective, so it just takes those endings. All right, what villa? Oh, I'm saying a lot. What villa is old?
What's another interrogative pronoun?
It is an interrogative pronoun, but it's taking the
So it's
neuter approach. Quid, very good. Quid villa est vetusta. Good. All right, what about this one? Which villas are old?
adjective.
This is an interrogative adjective. This is describing the villas. All right, so if this is an adjective, what does it need to agree with in its noun?
The
Gender, number, and case. That's an adjective. It's got to do all three. So if wila is the subject noun and it's plural, what does it need to look like?
we lie.
Yeah, just like we saw before. We lie, and then are, sunt, vetustai. So what does that mean that our relative pronoun needs to look like? Quai. There you go. It's just got to match it. Now, these don't take first and second declension endings. I'm just talking from the list. Qui, quai, quai. This is nominative plural for the feminine, so it's got to be quai, we lie. Just so happens that they look and sound very similar. All right? That's as far as we got in our first period, so I'm not going to make you guys do any more than they did. So, very good, y'all. Very, very good. Wish you guys were here. Bye.